And you know what it is, man. I'm trying to keep the culture alive, keep lyricism alive, keep it going strong. I'm a purist of the art form, MC Wicks.
No, yeah, hey, I hate to do that to you. That is a big mistake on mine. I don't know why I didn't record till now, but let's redo this, boss. My bad. I'll
Oh
make it
yeah, that's all
quick.
good.
Hey, SR Broadcast, we in the building. I apologize, guys. I want to make it quick. I don't know why I didn't record. We're here today. Yours truly, MC Wicks out of Fresno, California, lyricist and musician. Go show him some love. We're doing a live interview. Shout out Spilled Records, Cali Hood Media, One Underground TV, man. Take it away. Tell him what you came here to do. Tell him your name and tell him what you got going on, man.
What up? What up? MC Wicks, aka King Grimy, aka Cool Fugly,
Yeah.
aka Ricky Smalls, coming out of Fresno, California, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, man. We trying to keep the culture alive, keep lyricism alive, keep the art pure.
Yes, sir. And I respect it, man. Thank you for being on here today. Because if people don't know, you have actually been keeping it alive for a while now. As far as like, I don't mean to assume your age, but I assume around my age. I'm like 24. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but point is, in our age group, there's not too many of us left. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say because people that know me, yeah, I make all types of music, but that's just because of the art of music. But anybody who knows me specifically, Six Dudes, I flourish in lyricism. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying too, as far as like I can bang with the best of them. I acting like I'm not gonna toot my horn or try to make it about me. But just as far as why I respect you is what I'm saying. I respect a lot of artists like you. Shout Chop the Father. Shout 86 Inca, a gang of people, platforms pushing that real stuff. So it's all love, man. And especially the fact come out the West Coast. I respect everybody. I don't do no favoritism, but man, not only that, man, we're keeping it alive in the West Coast because a lot of it originated in the East Coast, but the West Coast got to keep it alive too, man.
oh
We
yeah.
well shout the East Coast and the people that paved the way, but my first question to you is, man, like, what really got you started rapping, man? Like, what was your journey as an artist that made you be like, you know what, this is what MC Wicks is today?
I started rapping because like a lot of my family, they're all like kind of artistic. Like when my dad, he would draw, and he didn't do poetry, but he kind of talked like a poet naturally, like kind of like a philosophy style of speaking.
Right,
So I
right.
think his art form was communication, and he would draw from time to time. One of my sisters draws and paints pretty good. One of my brothers was a graph artist for a minute, and so they all got like a talent. And I was always looking for mine. I tried to like draw for a little bit. I didn't do too good. I tried to do graph shit. I had like my little phase when I was like 12, 13. That didn't last long. It was probably like a year or two. I was trying to bomb and shit. I wasn't really that dope. My shit was whack. But one day, these kids were just having a cipher, middle school, like on the blacktop. And then I was like, all right, let me try that. I just jumped in, started going off the top, and I bodied it. And I was like,
Whoo!
oh yeah, this is the art form right here. This is the one, like, because it came natural. Graffiti, I can't run from the police. I'm not that
Ah,
fast. I
you
can't
my
I
boy.
can't jump
Don't worry, dog.
fences.
Don't worry.
I got caught like twice in like a short amount of time. So when I rapped, I was like, cool, I'm good at this. I don't gotta run.
I
I
gotta
don't
run from
gotta
no
like
police, dog. I just chill on
yeah,
stage, big dog. Yeah.
yeah, I just be chilling, just rhyming and shit. So that's really what it was. I was just on a search, my younger life and my younger ages, just trying to find what was my thing. And hip hop was it. And then I took it really serious when I seen Planet Asia and KRS-One at Fresno State, my first hip hop show I went to at 16. I started rhyming at 13, but at 16 is like when I officially like clocked in, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. Like, put 110% in, because I remember seeing Planet Asia and KRS just killing it. I was having a good time, but I look up there and they're having like an even better time because they're the one rocking the shit. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Exactly.
they get
Exactly.
they get paid to do that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep grinding until they start giving me a bag off the craft. And ever since then, man, it's been all gas, no brakes.
Nah, and see, I think that's a beautiful journey. Before I respond to that, I want to give a shout out to Only Buckets, Esperanza Garcia for tapping in, Bruce Wayne, Gabriel Ethans, and to Bruce Wayne. We accept everybody here on SR Broadcast, whether they swing that way or don't. We don't, but hey, y'all do you. Esperanza, if you want to know SR Broadcast, we are here. We stand for super righteous, but the name is SR Broadcast. That's just the meaning behind it, and we like to keep it righteous. And righteous means speaking up when nobody else will, keeping it real on here, and keeping it real. So that's what we do. Shout out Leo, shout out TTV, YouTube, Yaski. Yo, what it do? What's up, Top Gun? It's all love. But I was gonna say, so the reason why I find that amazing because how I say it again, that's the reason why, not just part of me help being a part of this broadcast, but as an artist. That's the reason why I'm able to talk to these artists so specifically, because who else is gonna understand the sacrifice and struggle like an artist? You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So like that's the reason why I can literally relate to you guys, and I'm not just coming from a third perspective. Like no, all the way from the sacrifice to the times you lost, you got to figure it out because that's exactly what it was. I said it before to make it quick. People that know my father, he's always rapped. I didn't know this till I got older. I heard about it, kept hearing about it. He would rap sometimes, play around. Honestly, shout out to him. Rest in peace, DMX, all the great ones, Tech Nine. He put me up on game. I'm pretty keen on my music because of him. I'll give him that. And this dude, I didn't know. My older cousins, they always been like in the engineering. They went to school for it. They like make a bag off of it now. Like they don't engineer for people, but just that's their work, what they do, and they like do their thing. So they made a song. My older brother, he's the baby at the end crying. My mom's like, we made a song. I'm on it with your dad. We made it with your cousin, and I'm on the hook. And your brother's the baby at the end crying. We had to smack his hand so that he can cry. I'm like, y'all evil. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? I'm emotional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But point is, I heard that song years to come at 22 years old, bro. It's crazy because if I were to play this song, nothing against my cousin or what, but I promise you, bro, it would have been a too short hit back in the day. That's all I could say, bro. Like I gave it to my dad, like what? Like all I was saying goes something like, I don't really know this, but she always want us my it. I don't really know this, but they always want to throw them fits. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Yeah.
tell me now, it's a little bop, you know?
West Coast shit. West Coast shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it has that, and that's how the beat goes. It goes that's the best way I can explain it. It had like that thump to it, but point is, I heard it, and it just let me know, like, no, it's in your blood, bro. That's why I respect that what you said. Like, even if it wasn't particularly the graph or it wasn't the art, that we all have our form of art, and we had to find it because that's exactly how I found it. I had an old associate, no hate towards him. We don't speak no more, but that man pushed me in ways just as far as like, hey man, let's play because he was always an engineer. And I'm gonna lie, I'm not that I ain't no dropout, but bro, I'm a father. The only thing I care, like not that I don't. The one thing I only care to bang is fatherhood now. So
Yeah.
I don't call myself as an artist trying to be outside all that. You're not gonna go far trying to bring the streets and act ignorant. The point's to make it out the hood. You know what I'm saying? The point's to make it out the hood. So I just put that into everything I did growing up, but that's was my old me. I could call it a phase, but I was young. I only cared about that. But then when I woke up, had my kids, and that's what made me push more for the art because that's exactly what it was how embarrassing, at least for me as an artist, I would be like 7, 8 years rapping. Oh, where's your song? I don't have one. Where's your music videos? I don't have one. You don't feel like an artist. How you gonna call yourself an artist, my boy? You don't got no work to show for it. So I really was like, you know what? Are you a rapper or artist? So I really had to ask myself that question, and that's what really like, shout to who is Mike, the wrecking spot, the people in arts that work with me. So that's why I respect why you created that and made that out of that because people will find their passion so naturally, and as long as you know that's for you, because you'll feel it, it's unmistakable. That's the exact same feeling it was to the No Apologies beat by Eminem. That's one of the first beats he was trying to get me on, and I just went in, and he was like, "Hey man, like take this for real. Like you're just playing with it. Why don't you rap?" So then I was trying to take it first, and then again, maybe it was my kids, and then after people always asking for my music, I felt like a phony. I hate to say it, bro, but I felt like a fraud, bro. Like, how can I call myself an artist, bro? But I don't got my work. It's not because I did it, but I was so focused on the streets, I didn't give myself that opportunity. So I can respect somebody like you and other artists that seen that was for you, and you just said, you know what, all the other stuff don't matter. This is for me.
Oh yeah, man. I'm happy I found it at a young age too, because I was always able to rep that. I didn't really have to go the street route because I started rapping at 13. So ever since 13, I was like, this is it. You That's usually around the time when people, some people are born into that shit right away, but if you're not exactly born into it, it's usually like 13, 16, really like 18 the oldest. If you join the gang after 18, I just feel like you look like a weirdo.
Yeah.
But I joined hip hop at 13, and I was like, this is it. Like, I'm an MC. I ain't a gangster. I ain't no hustler or no dealer. None of that kind of shit. I'm an MC. This is what I'm a rap, hip hop.
No,
Universal language, art, man, for real. I always stood on that. I was always proud of that, and I'm happy it kept me out of trouble for sure, man.
and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's exactly why here at SR Broadcast, it's amazing to get again because we had all the people we've had on here. They can all relate to this, and the people we have, God has blessed me with the right intuition, and has put me around the right people. That's why I thank you for responding. You know what I'm saying? Because exactly that we can promote other than you can be an MC. You don't got to be a gangster. You could be an MC. You don't got to push weight. You can just be an MC, bro. There's nothing wrong with being a dope lyricist. There's nothing wrong with just being you because exactly that. Like, I'm not gonna say it, but if people that know, bro, I wouldn't say I was exactly born into it, but I was technically because my family, they're all from Compton. I'm not sitting here to gangbang, but my family's all from Compton, Lauderdale 36, the original 36, like original. Like one of the first members of that. And I'm not bragging. I got family from Watts. I got family from Compton, but I grew up in Norwalk. And as people know, my ties, they're from South Central. It came to my city. So that's why people that are from my side, it's like you have to know them. It had to have happened. You didn't just by chance, or maybe now it is because we've been there so long. But in the sense of exactly that, it wasn't something like, bro, my brother, and nothing to brag about, bro. He's been in the hood since 12, and there's nothing to brag about the testimony because he does better with his life now. He made it out. I respect that. He's trying to change his life. We all are, and he took that route. He took a lot of the hard hits for me as far as going to prison, show me because the reason why people don't understand when you go to prison, your family feels it too, bro. And I did. I literally was 18 years old. I used to have people like friends, they wouldn't make fun of me. They would joke like, hey, bro, why do you come eating like you're in jail every day with a top ramen? Because I literally would only come. I would go to the dollar store, buy a pack of the ramens, then not the cup of noodle, the ramens. I would bust it open like you're in county, and I'd put it in the room and let it sit because that's all I could afford for the week. Why? Because I was 18 years old with my brother in jail, and my family don't come from much. And I would help that fool out because in my head, I'm like, I can eat good if I want to. He can if he's in there. If that fool don't have his money, and to me, as a brother, dog, take care of yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, people, whatever, but if I love my siblings, bro, I would do anything for them. Fighting, mad, not mad, bro. They're all we got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people say, I love our parents. If you got great parents, cherish them. But I look at it, your siblings, especially, if you're close with them, I suggest do your best to get close to your sibling, bro. That's really all y'all got, bro. That's really all y'all got, bro. And it made me work harder, and that's what made me stop dealing with the BS. Cause I was like, bro, look what I'm going through. Look what we're going through. Look, like I gotta be broke because of this, and not because of my brother, but because like, man, what is this doing for us? And it's like it wasn't that, so it pushed me more. Then he started going, and he did his thing, and then like now he and as a hidden talent, he has that wordplay like my father because this dude is Mr. One Take, and I'm like, I've been rapping for 13 years, my boy, and you came up in here and made it look like you've been rapping for 50. I'm over this, dog. You know what I'm saying? But point is respect to him. So that's what I'm getting at, bro. Why it's amazing to see artists with a passion still because it's nothing wrong with, let's say, everybody don't have to have a big extravagant background on why they like music. Music's universal. It brings people together. So if you love it, you love it. But I do find it more intriguing, no offense, and a little more interesting when you do have the stories that we have to tell. That when you do have like, hey, bro, I fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying?
How yeah, man. Music is the language that the world speaks. You know what I mean? You can hear some piano player from Japan playing something painful, playing something sad, and you know exactly
How well
what
they
he's
feel
trying to
it.
convey. Yeah, it's the universal language of the world, man. Music, powerful thing right there, for real.
Yep. And hey, real quick, shout out Clumsy, one of our co-hosts. Shout out Sicario. Y'all go check out his recent live interview with us. You know, shout out Vegas. Shout out Leo again. But yeah, so where I want to go next, man, is so I seen, man, I thought that was very dope. If you want to go on a little bit of depth, man, tell us about. I seen you were on stage with KRS-One, man. You was doing your thing with him, man. How did that come about? And like, what was that about? Like, how did that even happen? Like, you know, like, because to me, bro, that's beautiful. Like, I'm the type of dude I clap for other artists. Like, that's why I love this. You know what I mean? Because it's like when if you don't know KRS-One, nobody knows him in our generation because they
Oh
whatever
yeah,
guys, right? But the real ones know. How you gonna not know people that helped start this? It's crazy, crazy. Yeah,
yeah. Well, yeah. That happened pretty much. That's the first rap show I ever went to. I was 16, and it was actually free. My boy told me he seen it like in the newspaper. So KRS-One, he did it at the college, Fresno State. So in the daytime, he did a lecture on the hip hop history, like the beginning stages, and later on in the night, he would do his rap show. And I had to make a choice. Like, damn, I was like, I'm gonna ditch school this day. Like, I said, fuck high school. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the school of hip hop. I'm
yep.
gonna
Hey,
go to Fresno State. I'm gonna listen to KRS. Teach us about where this shit really started, how it really happened, and so I went over there, and then I went to the lecture, and I waited the whole day. The lecture was probably done by like 2 or 3, and then the show happened at 8. I just hung out on campus till like 8, and I'm happy I did because for some reason they turned a lot of people away from the doors. Even
yeah.
though it was a free show, they didn't let everybody come in. I don't know why.
Probably not enough room. You gotta understand there's certain limit, certain limit.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't filled to capacity, but so it was like an intimate show, which is cool. I
Yeah.
think that's the reason why I actually got to rap. But I seen Asia, he killed it. KRS-One still went. Planet Asia and KRS are still some of the best performers I've seen like to this day, and I've been to like thousands of shows now. Like
Yep.
I've seen everybody, and that was my first experience, which is a good experience. Those two artists, but they both bodied it, and at the end of the show, KRS goes, "Oh, what's up, man? Let's start a cipher."
Let's
And then I
go.
got hyped because I was like, "Hell yeah!" Like I was inspired. I was like, "I'm ready to rap, man!" Like they killed
Yep.
that shit. So I was the youngest one there, though. I'm 16. KRS. He came out in like the late 80s,
Yes,
middle
sir.
80s. Like yeah, so I'm the youngest one there. Everyone there, they're in their 30s or their 40s.
20.
So yeah, I'm rapping, and there's a cipher. No, I'm not rapping. They're rapping. There's a cipher, and then the mic's coming my way. I'm trying to grab it, and these people are like, yoink. They're like passing me up. They're not giving me the mic. And then
Yeah.
some older white dude, I wish I knew what his name was, but he seen me. He goes, "Oh, you want to rap, little homie? I see you." And he's all like, "I'm a rap, and when I'm done, I'm gonna pass you the mic." So
Yep.
he did his thing. He passed me the mic, and I bodied it. I obliterated it. I destroyed it. I shocked everybody because they're like, "Whose nephew's this?" You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
I'm young as
Yep.
fuck, and I'm over there rhyming with some grown ass motherfuckers, killing it. And after I rap, KRS, he would tour with his son and his wife. He would bring him with him, and KRS has a book, The Gospel of Hip Hop. He was handing them out at the
Yeah.
lecture, So his wife asked me, she's like, "Did you get a book?" And I go, "No, I didn't get one." And she goes, "Oh, we got you." And I was like, "All right, cool." So she points like backstage, and I walk over there by the green room, and I'm just waiting outside the door. You know, I'm not gonna go in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When
I'm
she
gonna know
opens the
respect.
door, yeah, she opens the door. She's like, "Oh, it's all right, come in." And then I go in there, and then KRS was right there, and he just dropped game and knowledge on me for like an hour straight, which is cool. You know, to me that meant a lot because
Heck yeah,
you
man.
could be
Hey,
like, "Oh, I'm
bro.
out of here. I got to go to the hotel. I got to go to the next city." Like, I did my show. I got my money. I'm out. But he took the time to like really sit down and just drop a lot of knowledge and wisdom on me. Knowing that I'm a young cat, like a youth coming up. But he told me about how he met Skylar Rock and a homeless shelter. How when he first heard his song on the radio, he was homeless on the train, and someone was playing it. And he told me a lot of other things I can't remember because I was kind of shocked.
Yeah,
But
just
the
you
one,
just soaking it all in, trying to register. Like, hey, I'm really here, in real life, right now. Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. I wasn't expecting that to happen at all. I was just thinking, oh, I'm gonna come to the show. It's gonna be cool, and I'm gonna come home. But this day was like a life changing day, you know, because the one thing he told me that I always remembered was he goes, "One day I'm gonna be on the stage and I'm gonna pass you the mic." And he like planted a seed. I don't know if he did it coincidentally or accidentally or with
Oh
intent,
nah,
but
trust me. There's. I feel like the sixth sense is a real thing, and I thank God He blessed me with that too. And you'll be surprised, my boy. Be surprised.
yeah, he planted a seed, man, and that became like a dream and a vision of mine, man. I After that day, I went to every single rap show, every single event, and I was thinking like, how am I gonna make that happen? And I was like, maybe I gotta blow up, maybe I gotta get on a festival,
Mhm.
maybe I gotta blow up, maybe I gotta blow up, and then he'll see me, and then we'll be rocking the same show, or we'll go on tour. Like it was a manifestation, it was a vision, it was a dream that he planted, and I kept envisioning it and manifesting it and visualizing it, and I didn't even know the concept of affirmations and manifestation,
Oh, it's real.
but
Hey, it's real, bro. Hey, whew, you don't even know, man. That hey, that game I learned the past couple years, bro. That's why. Hey, look, this is a proof of that. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. Well, that's what I was doing, man. I was manifesting, and fast forward like 5 years later, he came back to Fresno, and the clip that you see on YouTube, that's the second time I met him. That's not
Not the
the
first
first
time, the
time.
second time, yeah. Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
looked older. I was about to say you looked older. I was about to say like right now because I was about like you were 13. I was like, dang, my
No,
boy, you don't
like,
need your day. I was like,
I was like maybe like 20 right there when I met him again. Shout out to my boy Irv. Like the venue was 21 and over, but my homie had a booth, and he's like, "Oh, like I'm gonna get you in there, homie. Like just carry a box. Walk behind me, carry a box." So I carried a box, and he got me in there, and like I said, I went to all the shows. So at the end, KRS did the same thing. Like, let's start a cipher, and I know everybody because I'm on the scene heavy now. Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
trying to get my name out, and so all the rappers were like, they're like, "Come up here, Wicks. Like we about to do this, man." Like so, I walk down these stairs, and then I see KRS's wife, and she's like, "Hey, you," and she gives me a big hug, and I go, "You remember?" I go, "You remember me?" And she said, "Of course I do." And then I walk up the stage, and then KRS sees me, and he's like, "What's up, man?" And I'm like, "You remember me?" And he says, "Of course I do." And then KRS one's hype man raps, then KRS raps, and the whole time he's rapping, I'm like, "Oh, this is the moment. This is gonna happen for real. Like the manifestation is going to come alive." I just knew it, and then he passed me the mic, and it
Woo!
felt like time stopped or something, man. It was crazy. It felt like a movie, but
It
he
sounds
passed me
like
the
one, my boy.
mic.
I'll be honest, the way you describing it, and I look for. I don't be fake intrigued. Like I'm genuinely, and I don't care if people be like, that fool probably look like he geeking. I am, bro. When we understand the real hip hop head, this is amazing. It's like dreams happening. Like this is like when you hear great legends and stories, it's like damn, my boy. So hey, keep going, man. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, that's all good. But yeah, I was like, oh man, this is it. Like boom, and it did happen. And after that, I've been living my whole life off of manifestation now, like affirmations and manifestation, and I've gotten a mural on a wall. That's one of them that happened. Before while I was alive, I got a mural out here. Shout out to Par GTL.
Shout out to
I
him.
just my the latest one that I was able to bring to life is rapping in New York, and I just got
Woo.
back from home not too long ago. Shout
Hey,
out
shout out.
Black
Yes,
Books
sir.
and Rhyme Books. But there's a lot of different manifestations that have came to life, and I gotta thank KRS for that in a sense because he kind of was the one to start me off with that, planting the seed and watering it. He planted that seed in my mind. I watered it, and it flourished. So shout out KRS One.
No, shout out to him, man, and I thank you for sharing that amazing story with us here because it's like that's honestly why I'm even bring up. So like I didn't really heavily bring up my feature with Cujo the Savage, as you guys know. He first well known off of Latin Beast TV. He's out of Gardena. He's a dope lyricist as well. And he did work with Misfit Soto. Shout out Misfit Soto. Shout out Conejo. SKM Mob and everybody. Uh, when it comes to that, like that was a manifestation too. Cause okay, same way, shout out my boy Arson again. Uh he showed me Cujo the Savage through him. I discovered him, you and him through him. Cause like when I tell you about my boy, he's like, I think he's 30 now. He just turned 30, but he's like when I mean hip hop, like that's I'm gonna lie, bro. I'm an artist, but like there's some stuff he could teach me. You know what I'm saying? I'll give that to him. Like he really, really listens to Wu Tang, all that good stuff, and all the stuff that I grew up listening to and was lucky to be shared with. But like really, like that was his era. I get it. So point is like it was just a dream. Like I same thing. I was like, watch, bro, I'm gonna get like I told him, like I was like, bro, I'd be sick. He even said he's like, you should get a feature with him one day. And mind you, this is around 2017. Like it's when he had I forgot what freestyle came out, but he's in front of like some black bars. Like Cujo the Savage, it looks like he's on a street and it looks like black bars, a fence, and he does the whole freestyle rap right there, whatever. And from that one, I was like, hey, bro, he's dope. You know what I mean? And then I heard funk on him. I was like, okay, he can make songs. The list goes on. And then I just took my shot, bro. Like uh I hold on one second, because I don't care what nobody says, but ban user and delete their comment. I don't tolerate disrespect to my guest. Now, don't worry about it. Probably didn't see if people are being disrespectful, but I'll tolerate that. Anybody that knows, hey, you're coming here to be disrespectful. I respect the respect. There's gonna be trolls, so I don't mind, but I don't 100% tolerate no disrespect to my guests. You'll be blocked instantly. Like I don't play that, my boy, and you guys can take that somewhere else and respectfully. But let's continue back.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I ain't like people that know me, bro, from my team, my home, bro. I stand off for my people, bro. Like I'm not that fake dude, bro. Like I don't care if I interview you, I do work with you, bro. If you're a good dude, bro, ain't nobody gonna smut y'all, bro. I'm a moral dude, bro. So I don't take stuff personal because you can't in this industry, and there's gonna be the
Oh
game.
yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, you easily could get blocked. That's what the block button for. Um, because I'm not an adult. I don't do no arguments. You know what I'm saying? We adults here. But it was crazy for me because I took my shot. Oh, shout out the coyotes making noise right now. No, the Yodis right now, they're making noise right now. And I'm hope that's my next goal with them. But I was just randomly hitting them up. Like even with Yellow Hill, shout out him. He did a song Crawl Out with my boy Dreamer BGS, tattoo artist. And even that was a manifestation, not on my part, but I'm gonna finish off the first part before I go into that. But Kudo the side just hit him up off chance, bro. I hit him up on all three of my profiles, my Spill Records page that I have with my other record label, Real Hour, and he responded, and I was like, "Hey, man, like I'm not gonna come for no handout, bro. Like you probably don't even know who I am. Respect, I get that. I'm really up and coming, doing my thing, and I've done work with so and so and so and so. I'm not you. I don't even look. One thing I don't do, I don't use you for credit cards, but at the same time, if people ask, I'm gonna tell them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
so he was actually responded, bro, and he was like, you know what? I'm not gonna talk exactly the details because I ain't trying to like ruin his business on what he charges. But let's just say, bro, he blessed my game because I know this man charges way more. That's all I'm gonna say. Way,
Oh, that's good, man. That's cool, man. That's
you
what's
know.
up.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't want to like ruin his business and his prices. But let's just say, bro, out of respect, and I know he did it because he probably felt the real energy and how genuine I was, and I respect that. Yeah, and I ain't trying to sound self-centered. I'm just that. I'm sure that's the way I came off because that's me and that's how I am naturally. And he was like, "Look, bro, boom, boom, bam." Didn't take long, bro. Within 2 weeks, hey, to me, 2 weeks is fast, bro. That's fast. It could
Yeah,
be
that's
worse,
good, man.
you
Some
know.
people take months and shit to do anything, so that's cool.
Yeah, so he did his thing. I did what I did, and like, bro, like for me, bro, I feel like it was perfect. 100%, it was perfect. It ain't just cause that, but it was just the fact that my boy Arsik was like, "Hey, you're gonna watch, bro. One day it'd be dope." To 4 or 3 years later, I got a feature with him. To my boy Dreamer, he's the one that showed me Yellow Hill and you and Cujo the Savage. Man, that fool acting alive. Shout out my boy Dreamer PGS. He be showing me a lot of dope people, but he told me he was like, "Hey, this is Yellow Hill right here. He's pretty dope." And then we're bumping them, and I was like, "No, I'm rocking with this fool. Like, I'll put him on my playlist for sure. He's an artist, like that's dope." And then he's like, "Yeah, man, like I would." And my homies, artist on the side, but he's mainly a tattoo artist. But he was like, "Yeah, like just because he's so dope, like I don't say that often and never of anybody, but I would be dope. I got a feature with him one day." So fast forward, Yellow Hill, he does competitions often. I entered it just to enter it. Like I was like, you know what? What's the worst that could come of it? You know what I'm saying? I entered it. I was like one of the top 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Hey, I'll take it. Is what it is. The fact that my face was even up there and heard. And then I got at my homie got at him on some like I respect him. I didn't even know he did this. He was in the other room texting this fool. Hey, what's up? How much of my boy paid you for a feature? And then for that, let's just say again, this man charges way more, and this fool blessed my game. He was like, "Look, bro, send me this." But like this is all I am gonna say. Let's just say it was a low price, but because he was so humble and genuine, I sent an extra 100 just cause. So
Oh yeah,
that's the asked price. I was like, you know what? Even though you said this, here's an extra 100, just so you know that I'm not looking for a handout, and I respect you, bro. Thank you for being humble and not acting Hollywood, and that's love. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah, people they feel energy, man. If you keep it genuine, people we all got like these radars on our brain and shit.
For real.
So we're picking up vibrations and energy at all times and shit. So the real always recognize the real, man. That's how it goes.
Nah, yeah, and I don't know if you know. Do you know who Click on One is?
Nah, I'm not sure if I heard their music yet.
Well, go check them out. But because they're more Las Vegas based, but they are worldwide too. They're actually some Chicano hip hop rap legends. You got Bad Boy, shout Bad Boy, shout out S.A. Brown, and shout out Romero. The point is, bro, they're like best way I can explain. They're Las Vegas is. I'm not comparing nobody. Please, no disrespect. You guys are your own accord and own lane. But in the best way I can explain is got like I guess you could say RBL Posse, but in Vegas.
Yeah,
But
but a
they're
Vegas style.
not rap. They're more like Chicanos, but they're lyricists. They're not like your basic SM I'm not knocking. Hey, bro, shout out to all the real Chicanos that paved the way in all races. I don't care what race you are. I respect all people. But at the same time, bro, it's a difference, So that's kind of how that all worked out for me. And that's the reason why, like now with music, that's why I know what you mean with affirmations because it's like all that combined. So where you figure out, like, if you really put that belief in and you work towards it, because that's the thing about affirmations and manifestation is that it's really just the work. Because that's the first half, the easy half is the seed. It's the watering, like you said, it's the
Yeah,
growing. And as long as you're watering it daily and that's what you were doing, bro, that shows dedication. That shows the type of artist you are, that you really in it to win it and not just for the chips. Of course, we want to get paid off of it. Like right now, I'm barely learning the odds and ends. Like I'm getting paid from my distro kid. Nothing crazy because I'm gonna lie, I only have like 8 singles out. I'm surprised it even generates anything with that little bit amount of catalog out yet. So I'm learning the odds and ends. Like shout out is Mike. and Jarrell, A Brando, and Rob, and my boy. Shout out to them. It's because I'm a little trying to remember all the names. I don't want to sound I'm going because so many people. But in East LA, to make it a long story short, that was one of my first shows I ever got paid. Why? I didn't expect it. My boy that I met, Art Flow, shout out Art Flows. I known him because I grew up in North California, but for a bit I moved to Montebello, California. And I was all through the Southeast, Pico Rivera, Whittier, but for a bit in Montebello. And then I've known him since elementary, Art Flows. So then years later, he's like, hey, and it's like after whatever, because one of my first shows, shout out Anomaly, shout out AKA Gesso. And I was 13 in my first show ever, and like exactly how you said, it wasn't KRS-One, it wasn't, but it was dope. Still a great opportunity, and exactly that. Like it was his birthday bash, and he went to an event for battle rap before that and brought them all back there. So they were doing like their own thing, but I was like hanging with the best of them, and they doing the same thing. They're like, yeah, bro, like of course your wordplay could get a lot better. Like they didn't say it was trash, but they were like, obviously, but point is you got the energy, I could feel you, bro, and I like push, bro, do your thing. So exactly, that's a good feeling. I think that's what helped me because that's what that show in East LA, shout to them because that was a good opportunity. Leaving the show, and they're like, "Hey, hold on, it wasn't a lot," but they're like, "Here's your $80." I was like, "Huh? What do you mean my money?" They were like, "Yeah, everybody that came under your name, your people, that you get a portion of that. Like we look out for artists." And I was like, "Oh, bro, like trip out, bro." And it was self-funded. They were nothing huge. They just threw their own show, and they were dedicated. So it's respect. And I got to meet is Mike there, and it just transitioned from there, bro. And that's what picked it up is that I wasn't around the right people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go back to people need to be different and not just always trying to be in the streets because I get some people don't ask for it. I get it's your surroundings and your environment, but if you can change it and you do got that opportunity to do something different and find a talent, because it's not always rapping, because I hate to say it, we need more doctors, guys. But yeah, I'm not trying to be a a-hole, but all respect. I'm not knocking nobody, but at the end of the day, bro, we do need more doctors. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
if you can chase your dream and you have the opportunity, do it because exactly that. The streets hindered me. You hear it from me. The streets hindered me so bad for my career because I was too caught up and focused with it. And it did nothing for me. It did nothing for me. The people I show love are disrespectful in the end. The same foods you look out for be the first foods that get you know what I mean? Hey, bro, it's a wild world out there. And that's the reason why I don't care about an image or what fools think. Half the time, like I ain't gonna do it. Like I ain't all bald right now because tattoos don't make you gangster. But bro, my hood blasted everywhere. You can't miss it when I'm like whatever. But half the time, even with that, I respect and I like that I give off that energy. I've had artists be like, "You're from a hood." Like I don't like talking about it because I hate dudes that make that their whole personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like
yeah,
me mugging all day and I'm super cholo. Like, chill out, my boy. Smile a bit. You're gonna be all right. And use your proper pronunciation. You know what I'm saying? We got vocabulary now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
and that's what separated me because I wasn't classless. Like I'm not disrespecting because they are very intelligent, well educated, very upstanding people out there, streets or no streets. But for me, I just felt like I wasn't that, bro. I wasn't that fool just hooligan, wasting my time because I wanted acceptance. I didn't need 50 fools behind me. I did it because that's where I straight up. That's where my brother was, for the family. That's what it was, and that was life, bro. It wasn't because I wanted to follow a trend or I thought I needed to be from somewhere. Because if anything, me and my brother bumped heads for like my whole 3, 4 first years of my teenage life because I was like, nah, bro, I don't want to follow what you're doing. Literally, purposely doing the opposite just to piss him off. But then in the end, getting older, like that's my family, so I gotta choose what it is because I was just tagging and tag banging back then, in a crew. But then
Yeah,
point is, it's not about that. Hey, shout out Local TV. Y'all go show him some love and tap in with him, bro. I got a live interview with him as well. My bad, I go random. I be reading the comments. You could check them out as well if you ever feel free right there. And you could also put stuff. But yeah, it just goes back. Point is to end it up to show like that's the lifestyle, but that's not my whole character, and that's not what I want from people. So that's why I even find it cool when I had certain artists be like, "Wait, bro, you from somewhere?" Like, yeah, bro, but that's not like, bro, let's do music. And they're like, nah, not like that. And I'm like, yeah, like I don't mean it like that either. But yeah, I guess you could say that allegedly, but I'm more about my business, bro. I don't care. Like, I don't want to give off that energy. That's not my point. You know what I'm saying? And what even gets me mad, and I'm not a real life mad, but I dislike every time, my boy, that I get promoted to cholo music. And again, I have nothing against that, bro, but I just not my rap. It's not my style. Shout out to, I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't bump Mr. Night Owl. I didn't bump Conejo. I didn't bump all the, et cetera. The list goes on. But come on, bro. We're in a more modern time, and that wasn't my time fully. So I can respect the history and certain genres, but you can't knock me that exactly. I'm just not that. My favorite rapper is J. Cole. I like Big Sean. I like Big L. I like, Wu Tang. I like all the greats. Cujo the Savage, Notice. I like more lyricists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can respect what people got going on now, but it's different when you can not be afraid to stand out differently from that, because that's the thing, bro. Your style of rap and our style of rap that we look up to and that we strive for, it's not, we don't really get the love we deserve. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get the love it deserves anymore. And the fact that you're trying to keep not trying, you are keeping it alive, like Chop the Father, people, etc. That's why even with that combo, it was dope because again, things happen naturally. Like when I tell you, when I first listened to you, that's what made me know who you were. Because I promise you, like I listen to 100 Fools all the time and acting like I'm super all, but I'm humble enough to say, and I said all the time, bro, like I go as far as say, like, if we ever did a track, I for sure would have to bring my best. That's all I'm gonna say, because like, bro, you go hard, it's respect.
Oh
And
yeah, thank you, man.
I'm not that type of dude. Like I'm not a Kanye West. Like he sounds better than me. Nah, bro, that's good for. I want fools to be like, damn, maybe I need to go to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? In a good way though, and not be hateful about it. Like, hey, bro, that motivates me to want to be a better artist. Homie, like I respect that. So like, look at that. That's the impact of hip hop that we're looking for. I want to really make an impact, not just, oh, I want to talk about being trendy and this is my dream. No, bro, let's really do it. Let's help the people that aren't getting the shine they deserve and give the flowers to the people before they're gone and not when they're dead and when you see them get smoked. And it's sad that that's what it has to take a lot of the times for people to die, to be like, oh, he was great. He was a dope artist. And that, like, well, where was all that energy when they were alive? How come you guys can't give the same positive energy to the type of music we make, but you'll glorify 6ix9ine, you'll glorify weirdos, you'll glorify all this people pretty much time these youngsters crash out. So it's like, you know what? It's different being that artist because, as you know, talk about that a little bit. How do you feel in our day and age being the artist and type of music you do? And what do you say that you love the most of it and is your hardest struggles out of it?
Yeah, man. I just like to express, man. Just build, paint. You know what I mean? Like growing up, they tell you not to really be vulnerable or express yourself at all. I mean, and so with music, you get that's what it's all about is doing that. So that's why I love music. But also, people will listen. Like if you tell people your worries and your struggles on a regular conversation, like people don't give a fuck. Their ears are turned off. But if you got a mic and you got a beat, they gonna hear you if you make that shit sound nice. You make that
Hard.
shit sound dope. So I just like it because I could be myself and I could be heard. That's why I like really doing music a lot. I could be seen. Now that's like kind of what I got into it for. Maybe when I was younger I felt unseen. Now that I've been doing that for a while, my new thing that I like about it is to inspire people from my hometown or like a younger generation or the future of hip hop. If the babies think you're popping, you're fucking popping. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to inspire the youth to do this real rap shit. So that's my new goal for the most part. The biggest struggle about being an artist though is like it's just consistency and timing. Everybody wants everything to happen overnight, but it takes 10 years to master, 20 years to conquer, you know what I mean? 10 years of practice, you clock in, and then 10 years of working the job, and then now you're the CEO of the shit. So that's the hardest thing about being an artist, and the biggest struggle is like patience, you know what I mean? Not giving up no matter what. Your life could be flipped upside down, but you still gotta write some records. You still gotta drop some videos. Whether you got a lot of money or you don't got a lot of money, you gotta find a way.
Yeah, find
That's
a way.
the hardest thing is continuing to move and continuing to find your way no matter what the situation is. That's the struggle right there. The beautiful struggle, man.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked that is because like I know that that was some of my biggest struggles as an artist and still is that consistency, especially with limited resources. Cause like, and even what I have, see, this is the difference. There's people that don't got what I have, resource wise, team support wise. So I can't really say I'm super limited. But as far as funding goes, shout out to my brothers, shout out to my management, shout out to the people that have helped me. Because it's like I do majority of the funding, but lately, like they have really lifted the load off my back, and really I've been pushing, believing in me, and the people you guys know who you are, and thank you guys because growing up. I never really took or borrowed from people because I just grew up a certain way. Like I just felt like a leech if you did that. And I'm not calling you art because it's different. Some people just need help. And I'm also going to say that because that goes back to exactly what you're saying, trying to help the youth, is that not everybody is looking for a handout. Just some fools need that push and that hand and that platform, or they need that chance, that song, or that conversation. You could motivate them to do something they didn't think they could do yesterday, And the reason why I say that is because I don't think I'm like, look, take away this broadcast that I'm blessed to be a part of, and you guys even tap in with me, my record label, my team, my support system. Take all that away. At the end of the day, people will still rock with you. But trust me, I know how it is being young. When you get to meet people like myself and you, it just looks like opportunity because it is, and you don't know who you could meet. And like, hey man, like I want to do stuff like that. Little do they know, I'm barely making it. And this I have majority of the stuff that I have around me or right here was donated, it's used, or my team bought it. Or I invested in it and worked because obviously I'm not that dude that's just not working hard or acting like, okay, you guys are gonna do everything. Like, nah, like I just been blessed that lately I've been like, cool, kids, everything, they've been lifting the weight off my back and it motivates me because it's like, okay, if your team's putting in that work, what excuse do you got? So exactly that. We have to motivate this youth to even when it feels hard, you gotta push that. You gotta go and it's gonna be hard. You're gonna make certain sacrifices to where focus on what you can get done and not what you can't, because there's certain times I've had to pick, okay, what's more important, this song, this studio session, or this video? You know what I mean? Because as much as we want the music video right there with the song, with the engineer, all mastered mix, it doesn't always go like that. So it's like not even with your music. If you guys got something, don't let a fall or I'll call it stubbing your toe deter you from what you're really capable of. Because there's a lot of the times, and I'm gonna repeat it again, it stuck with me. That's why I repeat it a lot. Is that it said God, we be tripping that God will take away a rose, but little do we know He was trying to give us the whole garden. Meaning we have to learn patience because something that you think you want, or you could be like, oh man, like this didn't work out for me. It could be for a better reason. And certain things could work out that certain timing we thought we wanted it, we might have not have been ready for it. So all the way just from staying consistent and not letting yourself get discouraged. That's just really what it's about. And mainly staying genuine. I repeat, don't do nothing to be trendy. Because with this music, you're not going to last long. I don't care what nobody says. You're going to be trendy, but like everybody else said, no disrespect. People can say what they want, but J. Cole said it in 10 years, and what happened? It's almost 10 years later. There's no Little Pump. There's no Trippie Red that nobody cares like that about. And I'm not disrespecting these artists. I'm just going down the line of, let's be real, what's lasting? Because last time I checked, lyricism is still valid to this day. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard one dude, unless you got a soft brain, no offense, be like, oh, turn that lyricism off. Like,
Yeah, man. Shit, real art lives forever, man. And it's like, you're gonna make that microwave shit that comes and goes, or are you gonna make something that is gonna stay around forever, like the fucking hieroglyphics and shit? You know what I mean? Every song you gotta build it like a pyramid. That shit gotta be timeless, unbreakable. That's how you gotta make your art, timeless and unbreakable. Just like that.
Nah, and that's hella hard too. Cause hey, you know what you just reminded me when you said that. You guys go check it out. It's on all platforms. You want to check it out too. MC Wicks. And you got any new music sending my way? That's the thing, bro. Spill Records or One Underground TV. Those are where we always share and post and push artists. So if you need to, bro, send everything our way. We'll always share it on SR Broadcast, and that goes for anybody that's interviewed and will interview with us. We support everybody, and we don't care about the money. But back to the music. So like as far as as far as you like making music, you doing music, what say some projects you want to shout out that you're most proud of that you really want to say, hey, go check out, go whatever, because that's what I was saying real quick before I let you answer that is Chop the Father said, if you make the music timeless, it'll never die. And that's a bar in our song Father Talk. And I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yep. So, yeah, man, let them know. Shout out all the projects. I always tell people, and I'll keep saying this also because it just explains perfectly the floor and time you guys have. Shout out everything, your homies, your friends, some projects you're most proud of that you want to talk about. You got a dentist appointment? Shout it out, man. This is your guys' time, man. Go ahead.
One of my earliest projects that I'm the most proud of, and if you're trying to go down my timeline, I think it's a good place to start. It's called Steady Styling. That's the first one I was really proud of. I felt like I really did a good job on there. Produced by K Pizzle. Shout out K Pizzle. And the next one that is one of my highlights in my catalog. I got a lot of albums. I got like 15, 16 albums. But there's one called The Buffet. That's all hard body shit, like raw shit. I called it The Buffet because I wanted you to hear and
That's
fear my
me. Yeah,
hear
I
and
like
feel my
that part
hunger.
because
You know, I want you to
I'm like my boy went on.
yeah, I want you to feel that shit. So I want you to feel how hungry I am. So you can feel that in that album, The Buffet. And then Silvertooth Babies. Shout out to all the ghetto babies all around the world. You know what I mean? Like Project Babies, Hood Babies. That's kind of like my life story. You know, it was like if I could talk to my younger self, what would I say? With all the knowledge I gained through my experiences, my OGs, or just seeing other people from the streets make mistakes in front of me and me recognizing it. What would I tell my younger self? That's what that whole album is Silvertooth Babies. But I didn't think about it like this, but a lot of people come from the same background, got the same life. So I was really just talking to, you know, the youth. A lot of people they love that album. Like it's near and dear to people's hearts because they live that life and shit too. They grew up like that. So I'm proud of that one. Silvertooth Babies. I got Planet Asia on there. I got Fashion on there. Those were two manifestations that happened through that album. Shout out to them, man.
Out to them, man.
And then my latest work is one of my greatest works, man. Infinite Power. It's out now. It just came out in the beginning of July. Check it out, man. Front to back. I've been doing rap for like 16 years, and I've came across many styles, but I feel like I've been doing it long enough to master all of them. And in this album, I put all of them in there. You know what I mean? So if it's a good introduction album, you know, if you don't really know about me, this album and this album called Ghetto Artsy, those are two albums where I kind of throw all of my styles into it. So
No, hey,
those
let's
are
talk
the
about
ones
that
right there,
album.
man. Those are the ones, man. Shout out to all my peoples, man. Black Books and Rhyme Books, Tim Osman, Ocho Studios. Shout out Planet Asia. Shout out all the MCs doing their thing, man. Shout out all the real ones.
Sir. And let's talk about that diverse album you're talking about right there. And hey, man, that's respect, bro, because I'm only two mixtapes deep. Sheesh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, but you know what though? That's the start. But you know that's why I must repeat it again. You guys don't waste your time in those streets, bro, because that was a lot of time I could have spent doing what I was meant to really do. But you know what? It ain't ever too late. I'm lucky I got it way early enough. Then I thank God I'm not knocking that I wasn't 40 going, damn, bro, you should have just did what you did. Nope. You know, you ain't got, hey, guys, I only need one time to bump my head. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those. I don't need a bunch of times. Just well, one thump. All right, God, I see what you're trying to do. Let's go this way. Just make it right. But let's talk about that album, man. Like, let's talk about some of the tracks on there. How many tracks are on that diverse one that you're speaking about, and what was your whole energy getting created there? Like, what made you want to make that specific album and why?
Infinite Power. I got 14 tracks on there, man, and I've been wanting to make powerful music, man. Power music, man. That's kind of like what I've been wanting to make, and I've been thinking of like what would be a good title for an album like that with something powerful, like monumental, and I was like, knowledge is infinite. There is no ceiling. There is no roof. There is no box. And knowledge is power. So power is infinite. Infinite power. That's where I came up with that. And I don't know if you ever read the book 48 Laws of Power, but the color scheme on the front is it's red
Red.
on both sides and blue in the middle. I went with that color scheme for the album cover because I think about Robert Greene when I think about power.
Yeah,
That book.
it's in my closet right here. It's up there, but I have it up there. It's up there, and I have the Art of War. You think?
Yeah, that book that should be working, man. The laws work in real time. Like you put them into practice when you need to, and then when people are trying to finesse, you see it and you know how to reverse it and all that, man. Shout out Robert Greene, but I think of Robert Greene when I think of power, and I also think of my pops, man. Shout out my pops, Frank Alvarez, man. I got him on the cover. He's a Yaqui, you know, from the Yaqui tribe. So,
Hey, my family's Yaqui. Hey,
oh yeah,
respect, my boy.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
teach you some history. We were one of the only natives that weren't fully conquered by the Spanish. We fought to the very end.
Oh yeah.
Let them know
We
the
were
history.
outnumbered. We were outnumbered, but we said fuck it. We don't care if we live or die. We ain't going out like that, and we went in there outnumbered and all.
Yup.
That's
Hey,
what they say we're warriors, pretty much.
it's proven the Yaqui tribe. They are native to Sonora and Durango. See, I know what I'm talking about. I know what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
yeah,
I ain't just capping over here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Nah, that's some real history, man. The ones that know, they know. Like it's pretty much we a warrior mentality is in our DNA, man. Based off the history,
Hey, you know it's
based off of
crazy
what
that
happened. Yeah.
that's why I am the way I am, and fools don't understand. Fool, it could be 100 of you, dog. It could be, and I ain't talking about beef. Why I'm talking about rapping, money. Like, and I'm not a competitive dude, but we don't back down. I don't care what nobody says, homie. The Yaqui blood, bro. That's just a different breed, bro. I'm proud because it makes sense. I always told myself, like, damn, like. Why? Because my mom always said me and my brother were hard headed, and then this is how we found out out of nowhere. It got proof. My cousins that we don't speak to, they're like, we're Yaqui and we get paid to be Yaqui. You guys not sure how much percentage you guys are, but you guys for sure at least some. That it's a certain amount to get paid for it, but they're like, you're for sure some though because it's my great great grandfather. So that's pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty close. So and if you see the picture of him, he looks like those straight up dark like Indians. And I'm not talking man, I'm just like he looks it like for sure, like
Yeah. No.
and like I tripped out and they showed them and then yep, my primos and a lot of my half my family get paid that are more pure. And yeah, I didn't know that. And that's what made me. I straight up I wasn't gonna be, oh, this is what you are, but don't do your research. I was on Wikipedia and I've been ever since. Like and that was like almost 2-3 years ago I found out. And I've been actually doing other than research. I went on Family Tree to like confirm, like I paid for family ancestry.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but this is come on, tell me this don't make sense. We're native to Durango and native to Sonora. I went as far back as you'll be surprised, my boy, the 1800s, and it says my family's from Sonora and Durango.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Wow, that makes sense right there. That makes sense.
so like I'm not just caparoni over here. Like I paid like almost $100 something for that information, bro. So hey, I ain't capping, bro. Shout out ancestry.com, bro. You know I know they didn't lie. They had a high school picture of my nana, bro. I sent
Oh,
it to her. She was like, "How'd you get that picture? That's my school picture." I said, "You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me." Like, but yeah, man, that's dope, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Hey,
yeah.
that's the warrior in you. So like, continue, man. Just I think that's dope. And hey, shout out YNC Fame and YNC Huncho out of El Paso. Shout out Zay Two Fire. Shout out my boy YB Smoke. The list goes on. El Paso, everybody. You know, if I didn't shout you out, shout to you guys for showing love and tapping in with the interview. Thank you guys. But yeah, man, go ahead and tell the people about like just more why the diversity and the power and why you felt that because the 48 laws of power don't be lying, my boy. And I know you know it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my dad, he's on there. He has the chest plate. You know, he's dressed up in all of the spiritual, you know, clothing and whatnot. And growing up with him, like we went to the sweat lodges, and he was kind of somewhat of a shaman. He would make
Okay.
us all like stand in a circle, and he would just drop knowledge and knowledge and wisdom for hours. And he would drop talk for so long, but it was all real wisdom, real gems. But and I'll like to listen, but I'll after like 2 hours, you know, then my ears turn off. But he gave me about 40, 50 years of knowledge in a short amount of time, you know. And like 10 years, he was able to cram in 50 years of knowledge, and knowledge is power. So a lot of that knowledge, you know, that he was saying in those circles, it's fried into my brain in my subconscious. Even if I try to bury it and erase it, it was that repetition every day, hearing it over and over and over. It's there. My mannerisms, the way I carry myself, a lot of my personalities, the older I get, are like more similar to my pops, and I feel like you hear that in the album. You know, all of his personalities that we share. You know, I'm the resurrection of him. In this album, you definitely hear my personality. It comes through. You know, and I feel like we're kind of like I'm so much like him. It's almost like a mirror image, personality wise, and even image wise. So that's why I put him on the cover, man, just to pay homage. You know, pay homage to the one of the ones that brought me in here. You know.
No, and
But yeah,
I mean it's in a respectful way for you continue. Is your pop still alive?
nah. R.I.P. My pops, man, Frank
Okay.
Alvarez.
I
Yeah,
apologize because the way you're speaking, hey, I don't mean to get on that. So, hey, respect to your father, respect to that man. And, hey, if you ever got the time on a side note, MC Wicks, hey, bro, if you got any information for me, please, bro, share it with me because that would be amazing to learn more about our culture for real. And, hey, shout out my brother, Run Up a Bag. Shout out Little Vibes. Hey, I want to say Elijah didn't want to be rude to interrupt him because he was saying some real stuff. I hope y'all heard that. But tomorrow we got Little Vibes over here on SR Broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, y'all tap in. You guys can't miss it. Go show her some love. She's an artist, all platforms. Same as go show MC Wicks some love. And y'all can't forget. And tap in with everybody, man. But for sure, tomorrow, she gonna run it up. You guys go run up her post. Go run up MC Wicks post. Go run up all our recent posts. Go show love to the upcoming. We gotta, this is the thing what we're about. We gotta share as a community, help each other out. So it's all love. And I can't wait to have you on here, Little Vibes, and I appreciate you, MC Wicks, for being on here. But yeah, I
yeah.
appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? You guys do your thing. Shout the homie Mike. Yeah, because people are showing love too. I got it live over here too. People showing us love. But yeah, man, I think that's powerful, bro. So you know what? RP to your father. That man, bro. All I can say is that the reason why I say that is because my grandfather, I'm sure he knew and he did, and it was funny because as a kid, my grandfather used to joke. And I really thought he was playing when he was like, "Yeah, I'm an Indian." I was like, "All right, whatever, Grandpa." But no, he was serious, and like he was like real life telling me, like, "No, we're Indian." And I was like, "Ah ha ha, you're." I promise you, as a kid, dude. Like I thought he was joking, bro. I'm like, we're Mexican, whatever, my man. I like, but not that that mattered. But that's my whole point, though, is that like now that I'm older, it's like, dang, I wasn't old enough, sadly, to take that serious. And I wish I was old enough to be like, hey, Grandpa, are you serious? What is this about? When he would have, because he did have that knowledge, but I was too young. I was way too young. Like, I hate to say it, the good years of my grandparents is when I was younger. And they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
And like they raised us, bro. Like that was like that's why I feel you. So they are the reason why I am the way I am. Humble, modest. Like my grandparents, this was crazy, bro. They helped everybody out in their family, right? Like they were the most modest people, had their kids good, everything. Tell me why their kids help a realtor repo all their houses and reverse mortgage and steal money from my grandparents and split it with them, try to frame my mother for it. But the detective told them after, 7 years, you guys have to go to jail too because your guys' name is on the thing. The only thing her name on is a bill that she paid at their house. So she's good. You guys got like racks and racks and racks and things in your name. So you guys all gonna have to go to jail if you want somebody to go to jail because they were trying to pin it and put it on my mom and trying to pull a slick one. Bro, my grandparents gave everything to everybody and it hurts me that they died in a rat infested, falling apart house. When I say trap house, homie, I'm talking about it used to break my heart to go there. And the only reason why I stood there with them, and if I'm not playing, sounds crazy. I used to stay with my little cousin killing the rats just so that I could feel like there was less of them for them. Not even playing or trying to make them feel bad. It was only like that because how they got treated, and they just shoved them in a room. So they died in a small room, both of them, and not crazy natural cause, but the point is they didn't deserve to go like that. But that's what I'm saying. Point is, to the deathbed, they were humble and grateful. So if people like that can be grateful, dog, man, for life's crazy. We got a lot to learn. We got a lot to learn. So that's why I'm saying that as a testimony, not for people to feel bad, because I promise you 100%. I don't bring this up to nobody, but because I can feel that, I feel the energy and how much respect you have for your father, and I can see what he's taught you and how you talk about him. But that's how I am when I talk about my grandfather, bro. Like, it's just real, and it's like I remember him, but it's like the last years before he left this earth were hell, and like I hate to say it, but maybe it was better they passed away when they did because they didn't get no better. It wouldn't have got no better. Like, it's crazy. Like, it really is. Like, that was the house, the two houses on the block that everybody grew up in, and then they took the one next to us. And the only reason why, because my grandfather was in the Air Force, so they can't kick him out to the street. I don't know what he had set up, but it was like from way back then, like at the end of World War II, they gave the package that you can't be evicted. I don't know, because he actually like completed everything right and stuff and did things the right way. And that's the only reason why they let him there, because he had that veteran thing, like he had free health care, like all that. He was straight, like I'll give him that. But bro, when he went back home to what, like it's crazy. And the only reason why he had nice stuff was because of that, was because he had a veteran. As far like everything else was trashy, house falling apart, but at least I thank God the hospital had him with a nice bed in the room, certain things, you know what I mean? Hey, your little piece of paradise and craziness. But what I'm getting at is the fact that you had somebody dropping that knowledge on you, and it's unfortunate, we lose those type of people, but it just goes to show they live on in us. That's all I'm gonna say. We living on, bro, and that's what you're doing in your music, and I respect you, dog. So it's like no matter what you do, MC Wicks, I can see like, and that's what's crazy. I always respect when I can feel an artist's real energy versus just, don't get me wrong, your music is dope. But that's the thing, when not only you can feel music and then you get to really relate and the music makes sense with the person, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It illustrates your character for real. And that's very hard to do because a lot of people just want an image. They're not illustrating the truth. They're just trying to put on an image. You're really just giving it what you are, who you are. And that's what music is. Like, that's why if you know the not to promote myself, it ain't about that, but my mixtape, Like I Am Part 2, Like I Am Part 1 was called that for a reason. I'm coming like I am, who I am. So that's why I named it, because that was my purpose. And part 2, that's why I wanted to hear about that. And if you want to go into depth, and then we get on another subject and see what's up. But I have in this song 17 tracks, 3 bonus tracks, and I could say it's deep stuff, hood stuff that's motivational, like also Meek Mill stuff. I got stuff that's for the girls, but I don't know lovey dovey. Like as far as like the homies can still bump and be like, all right, bet. And like I got some funk type style Bay Area stuff, like RBO Posse stuff. My boy Flacco, he do that funk type of music. I got, so it's like I feel it. Like I'm the same way when it comes to it, but my roots are always going to be lyricism and what it is. And of course, I can always get better, cleaned up, but I ain't too shabby. And that's all I'm gonna say. And I respect people like you that keep it alive, because it's not an easy passion, bro. It takes years of practice, like you said. And like you said, it takes 10 to practice, and then you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, 10 years of mastery, 20 years of conquer, man. Takes a lifetime to make a dream come true, man. And it's kind of crazy. Is once you stop dreaming, is once you'll never live your dream. If you stop dreaming, you got to keep dreaming for these 20 years too, dreaming and working. A lot of people don't live their dream because they quit dreaming. Yeah, you have to keep dreaming, keep working, be patient. That's really all it is. There is no shortcut or no easy route. That's just the way it's designed universally. That's a universal law. That's what we all got to go through to make it happen. Straight up. But yeah, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on, for real, for real.
No, yeah, thank you, boss. Not yet. I know it's probably already inching on, so we'll finish it up in like the next, if you like 5, 10 minutes, because y'all want to keep you on here. Don't worry, I'm gonna hold you hostage. I appreciate you for your
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I usually cap it around this time anyway. But yeah, man, I just want to finish it off with the same here, man. Want to give a big thanks to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to your team. Shout out to your peoples, bro. And it was an honor doing this with you. And on a side note, we'll talk, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to, again, I try to make it as much about the people come on here. So I limit myself and have conversations off camera. So we'll talk off camera on the side. And I appreciate you. But as far as your music, man, I salute you. Keep doing what you do. Keep having the type of integrity you have, because it takes a lot and it ain't easy. And a lot of people don't understand what it takes, because people make it look easy and you think it's flawless. You know what I'm saying? Even though people think it just happens overnight, because that's the high people are chasing. Let's be honest. Nobody really wants to be artists these days. They're just chasing the high of, oh, I want to be famous. Well, I want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
whatever, it's different. If you are good at what you do, it doesn't matter if it's rapping, you will be notorious regardless in your craft, regardless. That's what notoriety means. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. So it's like, if you put in that work, like you said, you were telling yourself in the beginning, like, man, what if I got to do this? I got to do that. And that's what artists don't understand. You do got to ask those hard questions and look yourself in the mirror and just go for it. Because, bro, don't guess what you should have done. I don't care if you feel nervous. Bro, go to that show. Go to that show. That one you're scared to sign up for it. That 300 you're scared to be short on that month because it's going to sacrifice, spend it. Yeah, you know what I mean? You're not like dumbly go get that feature, go get that studio time, go buy that mic. Even better, I encourage people to buy your own setup. But if you don't buy, like, start slowly. I get it, but I encourage to get your own thing that is for raw vocals, so you can practice, harden your craft later if you want to play with it. But as an artist, I encourage people to do that. So again, thank you, MC Wicks, for being on here. I want you guys to tap in. If you want, real quick, go follow him on Instagram. In the comments, if you can, MC Wicks. Not it's gonna say personal convo. Do comments. Make sure it's not personal chat. And you can chat it up in the comments, an option on your screen, and put your Instagram for the people. You guys can follow him. He's on all platforms. You know what I mean? We bring nothing but the righteous on here. We thank all the supporters. I thank you guys, and I thank you, MC Wicks. Make sure you guys go run it up. And like I said, man, I just can't wait to see what happens in the future. This is just the start. I for sure most definitely would love to have you on here again sometime soon. I always tell people I space it out months or weeks. That way, we get rotation and we get refreshed, things to talk about. Because really, that's what it is. I'm trying to build real relationships with people that understand. You know what I'm saying? They're on that level, because exactly where you're going to be. You're going to vibrate exactly with the right people right there, because that's all about vibrations and frequencies. If someone's right here and you're right here, how are you going to be near them? And it's not about above or below somebody. I mean it in the sense of how you operate. If you're on some low down dirt, you're going to be around that. But if you're on the people that are on what you're trying to get done, and in the view, with your music and the genuineness, you'll be surprised who you'll meet, who you'll come across, what songs you'll create, and the ideas that get created amongst that. So just do your thing, man. You can finish it up. Shout the people out. Tell them to follow you on Instagram. Tell them your music, man. I appreciate you for being on here.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out my people, man. Ocho Studios, Tim Osman, Black Books and Rhyme Books, Beardo, Moody. You can find me on Instagram, MC underscore Wicks, WICKS underscore 559. The YouTube channel is Wicks MC, one word. And then my music is on all streaming platforms, just MC Wicks. And if you really like all the music and you feel like you want more or something extra, go to mcwicks.bandcamp.com. I got a few exclusive albums there for free. So that's what it is, man. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Nah, yeah, thank you, man. Hey, and thank you, Wicks, for that conversation. Salute to you, your peoples, man. We gonna rock with you, man. We appreciate you for showing the team some love, man. Do what you gotta do and let them people know, man. We gotta keep this alive, bro. So it's all respect.
Oh, yeah, man. You already know. Peace,
Yeah,
peace.
all respect, man. You go ahead, Galak. I'm gonna finish up with some things. If you gotta go, Don't worry, I respect that. I appreciate you. It says leave studio at any time. I'm not kicking you out. If you want to chill, we can chop it up. But if you feel like you're done with the interview at any time, you can be like, hey, bro, I gotta go. You know, I don't want to hold y'all up.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go to this little poetry open mic thing right now, so I'm probably about to split. But it was good chopping it up, man.
Thank you,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Appreciate you. Let's get yeah, go ahead, man. Hey, and shout that out. I don't know where it's at. Go shout that out right now. Tell people where to tap in and go where we can find that after, get some footage.
Oh yeah, no filter open mic, man, out there in the Tower District, out here in Fresno. One of my favorite open mics in the town, man. So if you're into poetry, spoken word, any kind of art form, they accept all art forms, all walks of life. It's a very diverse kind of setting, man. So tap in with no filter, open mics, Fresno, man.
I know, yeah, I gotta go to Fresno, but y'all know how they
Oh
feel.
yeah,
They love LA.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
Hell
right.
yeah, man.
I know that, my boy. Anybody that knows, and that's facts, my boy. And I'm not even trying to be funny. But at the same time, I am. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people on here from up north show love, bro. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. Look, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm a South Sider. I'm a flat out say it, but I'm not on that as far. If I go for music, I'm for music. If fools want to trip, they want to trip. I don't bring that energy. I'm not looking at you. I don't care what color flag you got, my boy. I'm gonna tell you why. Other than this
Yeah.
rap beef, if you know, you know. And fools are not even trying to have problems with each other no more. Of course, you can't change history, but I want to put it out there, bro. I got respect for anybody that got respect for me, regardless of your area. As long as you don't bring politics and we're on this, I rock with whoever, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Okay, look, I know what I can and can't do, so I know who I can't make music with, but I don't got to beef it with everybody either, dog. It's all love, respect. You respect me. I
Yeah,
respect.
yeah. How yeah, that's how it is, man. Well, shit, appreciate you, man.
No,
You
thank
already
you, man.
know.
Hey, MC Wicks. Hey, shout out to you, bro. I'm gonna finish up with the peoples, say a little something, and go ahead.
All right, cool, cool. Peace and love, man.
Take care, man. Hey, go do your thing out there. But yeah, man. Hey, look, I want to thank you guys. I appreciate everybody who tapped in. If you guys can, if you're new, go give a follow to MC Wicks. Go give a follow to SR Broadcast. That is SR_broadcast and spelled like that. SR_broadcast, because we have all the information on our upcoming interviews, our recent interviews. And if you guys can do me a favor, tap in with them, stay tapped in, and go show love to all my peoples that have tapped in with us, and go show love to their interviews as well. You know, the link is in the bio, so that's why I mentioned that. And tomorrow we got Little Vibes. She is out of Bassett, California. Go show her and her team some love. Shout out to them. You know, she's making very dope music. The female artists are making noise, and we got to show them some more love, because that's just the truth. We got to show all artists. It ain't about man, girl. I don't want to make it about that, but the truth is we got to really reach out. And this is music, people. We got to really branch out and network. So show love to everybody. We can't knock nobody. Hey, if you make dope music, you make dope music, and I want to help share it and help let people know what it is, and hopefully that there's people that enjoy your music too. So thank you guys again for tapping in. There's the info. Thank you for showing love. Make sure you guys tap in tomorrow. Lil Vibes live interview. The link will be in the story as usual. I'm gonna post old interviews and upcoming interviews tonight. And yeah, man, we tapped in. SR Broadcast. Shout out to all my peoples, all the co-hosts, to Clumsy, Dreamer BGS, Flacco PTR, to Rome, to Trips ODG. You know what I mean? Winner's Bag. My brother run up a bag. You know what I mean? The page manager of SR Broadcast Instagram. You know, shout out my whole team. Shout out my manager, my cousin Stevie. Shout out Spill Records. Shout out One Underground TV. And you guys make sure you go tap in with Loped Out TV, and go tap in with Cali Hood Media. Go tap in with all the real ones, and go tap in with, go show him some love, man. And we're going to have a live interview with him as well coming up. Is Los The Limit Official on YouTube. He's just, man, he's a youngster coming up. He's vlogging his life, school, work, man. We need to support that, man. Like, even if you guys do or don't enjoy it, just go show some love, because we got to really uplift people. We can't just talk about, because see, I'm only getting older. Yes, I'm young, I'm 24, but I want to help make that impact. Like we were just talking with MC Wicks and what real artists really want, and not just the fame and all the stuff that comes with it, is that you got to really make changes. I'm not saying everybody has to be a role model now, but at the same time, we can't be sitting here knocking people, gatekeeping, not giving people a chance. So go show him some love. Go show everybody some love. It's all respect. Let's get it. Thank you. SR Broadcast out. It's one of your co-hosts, your boy Six Deuce. Don't forget to stay tapped in. We got Spill Records merch. We got Six Deuce merch. We got shirts pre-order 25 tap in. Shipping is 2 weeks or less. Ships directly to you. We got pre-orders available, and your order will go out that night. We also got bucket hats for $20. You guys see them on the page. Those are $20. We got dad hats for $12, all pre-order. We got ski masks for $20, 6 Deuce ski mask. And if you want tears on it, you could pick the colors too. It's $30 if you want the tears added, because it's extra embroidery. I don't make it. It's just the people that make it. That's their extra price for the extra material they got to use. But if you just want a basic ski mask, 6 Deuce, it goes hard. That's $20. Bang my line. Like I Am Part 1. I'm going to put it back up. It ain't the best, but just for history, so you guys can know where I'm at with Like I Am Part 2. But you go check it out. Like I Am Part 1 is available on my SoundCloud. And same as everywhere, 6 Deuce. Number 6, DEUCE. Go show some love. I'm on all platforms. Go show love to all the artists on my team and all the people that are tapping in with us. It's all love. Let's get it. Stay tuned. We got a lot coming.